this lecture we'll be exploring classes and objects in Python. So classes are basically definitions and objects are instances of classes. So if I have to create a class in Python, for instance, let's create a student class. So I'll say class and then the name of the class. So here the name of the class is a student. Then you need to put colons, and next here in your class you can have attributes like name of the student, date of birth, email ID of the student. All these things can be provided as a student attribute. So here I'll say name of the student, and let's initialize with blank. We'll have address of the student, and after that we can also have some methods using which we will retrieve the values of name and address that will assign after creating an instance of this class. So to define a method or a function in Python, we'll make use of def and the name of the method. Let's say get name, and here the first parameter that we provide to a class, method or function is self. Now it's not necessary for you to give this name self. You can give it XYZ or anything you like, but as a convention this is followed. So in other code that you will come across, there you might see self written as the first parameter, and that's why you should also follow the same convention. Now we have self over here as the first parameter, put a colon, and then let's write print, and here I'll say self dot, and you can see address and name are coming up in the IntelliSense. So I'll say print the name, and let's save this. So now we have a method which prints name of the student. Similarly, I can create another method and let's call it as get address, and here I'll say self. Again, this time we'll say print, and here we'll say self dot address. Save this. Now is the time to create the instance of this class and make use of these methods. So what we'll do is we'll create another method called main, and inside the main method we'll be creating an instance of the student class. So we'll say student is equal to student, next student dot, you can see student dot name as, let's call it as John, and then we'll have student dot address. Here we'll say USA. Now I want to call the method get name, so we'll say student dot get name method, and then I'll call student dot get address method. Save this, and let's call the main method and run our program. And here you can see the values are now being printed, the name of the student and the address. So that's how easy it is to create a class and make instance of that class as object and use it in Python. We'll be covering more on these topics in upcoming lectures as well.